Hey guys, welcome back for another video, and in today's video we're gonna compare Mi 10i versus the Motorola G5G versus the Realme 7 Pro, and in this video we're gonna tell you who is the best, so watch till end to know that. But before we start, do check the video which has been shown in the I button, the best phones and the worst phones of 2020. And now let's start with the price. The pricing of Mi 10i for 6 plus 64GB variant is 21,000, 6 plus 128 at 22,000 and 8GB plus 128GB at 24,000. Motorola G5G only one variant, 6GB plus 120GB at 21,000. Realme 7 Pro 6 plus 128 at 20,000, 8 plus 128 at 21,000. So you can understand that Realme 7 Pro is the most affordable amongst the three. So now let's start the comparison. We start with the display. The Mi 10i has a 6.67-inch Full HD Plus display, which is of IPS LCD. It's not an AMOLED display, but it does have an HDR10 support, and it has 120Hz of refresh rate along with a 240Hz of touch sampling rate, which is really decent for gaming. And the weight of this phone is 215 grams, which I can call slightly overweight, and it is also protected with the Gorilla Glass 5. Now let's come to the Motorola G5G. It has a 6.7-inch Full HD Plus IPS LCD display. This also has an HDR10 support, and this weighs 3 grams less than Mi 10i, 212 grams, and it doesn't have any Gorilla Glass protection, or probably it is unspecified protection, so we cannot comment about the protection. It has a 60Hz standard refresh rate, which is pretty surprising due to the price, and it has a 60Hz of touch sampling rate. Let's come to the Realme 7 Pro. It is the best display among the other two because it's an AMOLED display, although it does not have any HDR10 certification. It's a 6.4-inch Full HD Plus display, which means it's a pretty compact phone. It's a lighter as well, 185 grams only, and it is protected by Gorilla Glass 3. And the refresh rate and touch sampling rate are 60Hz and 120Hz respectively. So we can understand in a display point I'm definitely going to give to Realme. So now the scores are Realme 1, Mi 0, Motorola 0. Let's move ahead to the processor. Now Mi 10i and Motorola G5G both have the same processor, which is the Snapdragon 750G, which has a decent score of 3.25 lakhs of AnTuTu score, but Mi 10i does not have any info about the band support, which means we do not know how many 5G bands it will support, but Motorola G5G does support multiple band support, so no problems in that. But the Realme 7 Pro has a Snapdragon 720G, which is slightly lighter, and the AnTuTu score is of 2.9 lakhs, and it does not support any 5G. So that's a problem in Realme 7 Pro. Now the point goes to Mi and Motorola. So now the scores are Mi and Motorola 1, Realme 1. Let's move ahead to the camera. Now Mi 10i has quad rear cameras, so that's a Realme, but Motorola G5G has triple rear cameras. Mi 10i has a 108 megapixel camera with wide, ultra-wide macro and depth. The next cameras are 8MP plus 2MP plus 2MP. It also has a 16 megapixel selfie camera, and 108 megapixel camera at this price point is really massive, so kudos to Mi for that. And definitely Mi 10i has the best camera setup, because if you see Motorola's camera setup, it is a 48MP plus 8MP plus 2MP, which is not impressive at all. And in fact we had also tell you about our honest opinions about Motorola G5G. The link is in the I button, do check it out. And Realme 7 Pro, if we come, for 64 megapixel Sony IMX682 sensor it has, which is massively decent, but it is not best in comparison to Mi 10i because it's a 108 megapixel sensor. The rest of the cameras are same, 8 plus 2 plus 2, and a selfie cam with a 32 megapixel selfie camera. So let's move ahead to the battery. Now Motorola definitely wins here because it has a 5000 mAh battery along with 20-watt charging, but Mi 10i has 4820 mAh battery, which is not much in difference in comparison to 5000 mAh battery along with a 33-watt super fast charging. But the Realme 7 Pro has a 0 mAh battery, which is slightly less in comparison to both, but it has a flagship 65-watt super fast charging, which I prefer a lot. So anyways, in the battery segment we want to give 0.2 definitely to Motorola. So now the scores are Mi 2, Motorola 2, Realme 1. Let's move ahead. The other section where Mi 10i has a side fingerprint scanner, which is decent, 3.5mm headphone jack. It has a glass back, which both other two phones do not have. It does not have any micro SD card slot. It is a hybrid SIM card slot, which is very bad because the 64GB is available 1000 I mean. And it has a dual speakers. It has MIUI 12 running, but it doesn't support Android 10. I mean, the update has not yet arrived, so we can expect it soon. And we come to Motorola. It has rear fingerprint scanner. It has 3.5mm jack. It has a plastic back, yes, which is really sad. It has micro SD card slot. It has USB type C. It has a single speaker, which is also very sad at the price point because other companies offer dual speakers. But the good point is that it offers pure stock Android 10 Moto UI, which is running on Android 10. Let's come to Realme 7 Pro. It offers in-display fingerprint scanner, which is my favorite because it's an AMOLED display. It has 3.5mm jack. It is also a plastic bag, but if you buy the Realme 7 Pro Sunkissed Leather Edition, you will get the leather back. Let's come to the micro SD slot. Realme 7 Pro does have it. USB Type-C it also has. It has dual speakers. Realme UI runs on Android 10. It has Realme 7 Pro, but it is upgradable to Android 11 right now because it has already started rolling out for many phones, so which is really good for the Realme point here. Now the point here definitely goes to Realme. Let's move ahead to our verdict. Now it's time to select the winners. Now if you want to buy the Mi 10i, the reasons probably would be 108 megapixel camera, 120Hz refresh rate and 240Hz touch sampling rate for gaming, dual speakers and 5G. And if you want to buy the Motorola G5G, then the reasons would be stock Android experience, 5G with multi-band support, and it has the biggest battery. And the reasons for buying Realme 7 Pro would be an AMOLED display and compact and lightweight phone. It has an in-display fingerprint scanner, leather finish back on the Realme 7 Pro SE at the same price, and the fact that it's already upgradable to Android 11 and dual speakers. So overall, who is the winner? Whom should we choose the winner? Basically, I want to ditch out the Motorola G5G out of these three because Motorola G5G is not worth the money at the price point. You can either go for Realme 7 Pro or the Mi 10i, and if you want a future-proof phone with good gaming, then you should go for the Mi 10i. If you want a casual usage phone which will easily want to last for 3 to 4 years, then I would recommend you Realme 7 Pro. So this was all about this video in this comparison. So we hope you like this comparison, and do like, share, subscribe and comment, and we'll be back with the next video soon. So till then, bye and thanks for watching.